I just had the most unfucking believable realization. And I had to share it with you because I know that whoever needs to hear it will benefit from hearing it. When I got my doctorate degree in audiology, I was so proud. I was so proud because in high school, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a surgeon. I wanted to be working in the emergency room. And my guidance counselor and a bunch of other people in my life told me that I wasn't smart enough, that I would struggle, and that I should seek a different path. And so I did. And it took me a while to figure out what I even really wanted to do. And I thought I found it, right? So I thought I found it in the field of audiology. I could get my doctorate, which is a clinical doctorate. And when I graduated, I was so proud. I put doctor on credit card. I signed my name as doctor, right? Like I was so proud. And when I left school, I got my first job. The first job that I interviewed for, I got the offer at a hospital. And it took me a year of working in the hospital to be like, you know what? This isn't my space. Like this isn't it. I'm not supposed to be here. Maybe it's the setting. Maybe I just don't like being in the hospital. And I sat with why I didn't like being there. And what came up for me in that moment was like, I feel like a number. I feel like next patient, see them, release them. Next patient, see them, release them. And there was never any, like everything was transactional. Yeah, sure, there were some emotions shared here and there, but it was like, I received the patient, I sent them to the ear, nose, and throat, and then our visit was over. Same thing happened the next day. Same thing happened with the next patient, and I felt like a number. I didn't feel seen, I didn't feel heard, I didn't feel connection with anybody there. So I switched jobs, and I went to go work for a private practice. And it's funny because it took me longer this time to realize that that wasn't what I wanted either. And then a third place of work, and realizing again what I thought was because of me having to be the liaison, how do you say that word? The middleman between the patient and the insurance, and having to give the bad news of the insurance not covering a hearing aid for a patient that I thought in my heart and with my knowledge and belief that would be the best thing for that patient, that got knocked down every time. The insurance wouldn't cover it. And then I was the bad guy because that would cost money and the patient didn't want to pay it. And so we never got to have, well, not never, but more often than not, every transaction was a transaction. And it wasn't this emotional connection with people. It wasn't the beautiful thing that I thought it would be when I was in graduate school. And so that just made me realize that that's exactly how and why I'm here to lead. I'm here to do the work that I do so that I can make the emotional connection with people, because what I do in helping people with their wealth and helping people with their money management, helping people realize who they are, and creating a life that they desire and love is not a transaction. It is highly based on emotion and connection. And so it all comes full circle. Like I just had this realization. I'm like, I need to share why this is so important. This is so important for you. This is so important for me. This is so important for all of us to realize in the work that we're doing, and like really peel back. Do I love my job? Why do I love my job? Do I not love my job? Why don't I love my job? Are you making connections with people every day? Are we emotionally connecting with other people and using the tools that we already have in our tool bag to share with other women and help lift them up, and then turn around and do the same thing? So I don't know if that hits for you. I don't know if you get that. If you're like, yes, Gwen, me too. But I just had to share that it's so important for us to do the work that we're called to, because there's a reason why I left that first job, and there was a reason why I left that second job, and there was a reason why I left the third job and came home to me, because I needed to create what was missing in those other situations. So I love you.